All right, so you obviously already enjoy doing producing, of course. How did it come about that you ended up teaching kids how to produce? How did that come into like a I guess a class? Is that a during school class or like this? That like
It's an
after
after
school?
school
After
program.
school.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
it's an after school program. So I'll break that down to you. All right, and I'll break it down to you further enough for me to like for you guys to understand the full vision of it and how it came full circle.
Okay.
We're gonna go back a couple years. We're gonna go back to like early of January 2020. I was coming from a hot hand because I was producing a lot of big records coming from Connecticut. One of the records is called Yank Rhythm that I produced for this artist out here. Her name was Snow. The record was just booming so hard in the streets. The girl she ended up getting a major label record with Island Def Jam. The fast forward time, it came down to her paying me for the record. At the time, me and her had the same lawyer. Because of conflict of interest, I had to get a conflict lawyer. You know what I mean? Because you can't have the same lawyer negotiating business with two people.
It's the same people that's gonna
like
costing up and everything, like,
right? Because at that point you don't know who's working for who.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, I had to get the conflict lawyer. The lawyer that we ended up dealing with was pretty on the money. He ended up making sure I got a good percentage and a good bag for the record. Me and my manager, we just had a good feeling about him, so we retained him. Shout out to Matt Buser. That's who my lawyer is, by the way. He was just like, "Hey, man, listen, I am working with my guy who was the head A&R at Republic. He named like 10 artists, and he named like Nicki, he named Beeb, he named Nami, he named Ski Master Sunglide, the Slump Guy, he named Wayne, and he named a whole bunch of artists. And I'm just like, okay, cool. He's like, now I need you to make a pack, yourself a good lengthy pack, and send it through. And I'm like, okay. He's like, no, but bro, listen, be on it ASAP. Don't play around. Just do it. I said, okay, cool. So literally, that was project number one. The moment I got into my studio, so I made sure I made the pack, send it through. I ended up reaching back out to him. The first thing he sat there and said, he was like, "Hey, you sent it?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Cool. Now forget about it." And I'm like, "Why would I forget about this?" And he's like,
"I just worked so damn hard. What are you talking
about?" And he was like, "Because it could go left or right," which is true. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, they could sit there and you could have 20 beats on there, and they'll sit there and say, "Nah, none of these are it." You know what I'm saying? So, I did that. I forgot about it. You know what I'm saying? And months passed by, and out of nowhere, I'm on the phone with my lawyer again. We're sitting there chopping it up. We're sitting there talking about, just regular business stuff. And then he's like, "Yeah, expect this coming on this date. All right, this guy, you got this coming up. Oh yeah, by the way, Lil Wayne did a cut on one of your records." And I was just like,
"Why you didn't lead off with that?"
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like,
that was very nonchalant.
Are you kidding me? Nah, man, like, I grew up in a prime era. I grew up in prime music era.
Oh yeah, you ain't got to tell me. The drought mixtapes, dedication,
dedication.
You feel me? The Carters.
Yeah, definitely.
No ceilings. Like, I grew up in that Weezy era. Weezy was looked at like a god upon the earth.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So for him to sit there and say that, I was like, "Yo, that's crazy. Are you kidding me?" And then he was just like, he still had his ways to humble me. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like,
"That's cool and all, but
don't get me wrong, but records get cut every day." You know what I'm saying? So just know it's a good sign. You know what I'm saying? And then time ended up passing. They ended up confirming it, confirmed the record to be on the funeral. He also made sure I got a good bag and a good percentage for that too. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a good lawyer.
At this point, this is beautiful. It's beautiful. And shout to everybody at Republic Records. And shout out to Weezy for giving me a shot at the record. You know what I'm saying? That was beautiful. Because I'll be honest, they didn't have to. You know what I mean? So
so I guess I want to ask you. I don't know the whole situation, but so you saying the producer and artist split and stuff like that? Probably like a month or so ago, probably a little bit longer than that. The Glorilla girl and whoever the heck made that FNF beat. they had like a little situation going where they was kind of like in the same situation as you were, because I guess the label, I guess when she signed to CMG, the producer still owned the beat or something like that, and they had splits on the beat and stuff like that. And I think they might have had the same lawyer or something too.
Yeah.
So I just thought, so like that kind of connected with your story a little bit, because I'm not sure how that situation went. I fell off the story, well, because
so I never heard about that, but I'll say this: paperwork is always a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a great thing.
Contract.
Right, contracts. You feel me? Lawyers. Always making sure you have a lawyer that is for you and you trust. You feel me? Yeah. Don't ever, you feel me, be in a position where you got somebody else thinking for you, whether that could be manager or homie or girlfriend or whoever. Man, it's your career. You know what I'm saying? Like, think for yourself. Think about what you want. Think about what the bigger picture is. You dig what I'm saying? And think about how this is gonna take you to the longest stretch you can get to. So, I think Neeson, Glorilla situation, man, the record was hot.
Yeah.
So the record was hot. I'm pretty sure she probably threw that up there and just getting some crazy ass traction. And they're like, yo, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like,
expecting it.
They're in the moment. They're in the moment. You know what I'm saying? I've been through that, bro. I've been in the moment when a record was dumb hot and it was jumping. You know what I mean? And you're not realizing, like, I probably should take care of this business stuff right now. But you feel me? Hey, man, dang, we
having too much fun. We having too much fun.
10 times a day. You feel me? I'm getting hit up from mad people asking for. You're in the moment.
Yeah,
you're in the moment. You know what I'm saying? So, understand the paperwork process that needs to get handled before it gets there. Because now, you feel me? It's probably, I'm this point FNF. I was already streaming in the millions and the ranges of millions before
might be down.
Jumped into play and was like, come here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like that happens, man. That happens. And it's all, I'll say this a lot. It always happens with artists with their first standout records.
Yeah.
Because they're this is a lack of words, but they're idiotic to the business side of things. And I don't want to sit there and say like it's a bad thing. I'm just saying like you're not necessarily too up to speed on the business side of things, and you don't know how to handle the business the correct way, and that's okay because it's going 100 miles. It's going 100 miles per hour for them too. For the
like tunnel vision. It's like tunnel vision.
Yeah.
So you know it's always good within your favor. I mean, it's always within your favor to understand, for one, to become a student of your business, student of your craft, and to make sure you always have your paperwork ready.
Yeah.
You know,
that's one of the things. Like, of course, Boondocks it's a running joke, and Malcolm know how I am.
Yeah,
but it'd be a lot of just like read, nigga.
Yeah,
like read.
Don't get yourself in this predicament now. You feel me? Now you in a jam because you feel me. Mind you in the moment, but at some point that moment gonna be over.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna be sitting there looking left to right like, all right, well, where my money at?
Exactly. It's gone already.
Gone.
Somebody got it, but it ain't you.
Right. Where's my money, bro? Like, dang, like, all right, well, I'm supposed to be getting at least a $20,000 check off this up front. You know what I'm saying? Dang, I'm supposed to be at least getting. Wait, there ain't no sample on this record? Yeah, so I'm entitled at least like 50% of the record.
Exactly,
like,
this original, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
what's
like,
going on?
where's my quarter annual royalty check at?
Yeah.
That should be in the hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, something that probably went viral probably like a year or so ago. It was Chameleon there. He was like, the one thing that was it Chameleon? I feel like it was Chameleon there. I feel like because I think he had that one track, Riding Dirty, whatever it was. But he ended up doing somebody told him get an auditor. He ended up getting Jay-Z's auditor, found out how much money like the label was taking far as wardrobe,
everything,
studio, whatever the heck it was. And the only reason he got out of his deal is because he told the record company, like, if y'all don't get me out of this deal, I'm gonna tell every single one of your artists exactly what the hell I did.
I'm gonna tell them to get an audit.
So they figure like we gonna lose a lot of goddamn money if he tell them to audit. And that's definitely going on like what we're saying right now, because you gotta pay attention.
Yes.
Like everything, like a moment is a moment. But when
Right.
that moment fizzles out, you don't want to just be sitting around like, all right, so
What next?
Like, all right, and
What
then you worry about what next, and then you worry like, man, I gotta get another hit, or I gotta get this producer, I gotta get this writer. Like, you gotta. That's something that you don't want to like focus on. So like,
you don't. You're right, and that's the point where it's like, now you're behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
And I'm not in the 8 ball of success, just the 8 ball of trying to maintain the success. So you got to sit there and figure all this stuff out. Now you're rambling at that point, because you're trying to find a way, you're trying to find the right business people to be around, that lawyer, manager, whatever, man. Like, you're in a predicament where it's just like, oh, damn, I could really be using all this focus and time and effort on making the next big ass hit, but here I am.
Stressing.
Yeah.
You know?
So I know for finding a lawyer, it's probably not yours was kind of a kind of
given in a sense.
Yeah,
you know
but I don't want to say it was easy, but like far as like finding a lawyer, could you give like probably some insight on that for somebody that probably wants to either find a lawyer, like either
finding the team in general?
Yeah, finding the team, because that's a hard thing to do with people that you want to trust, and especially with your finances and everything like that.
So I'll say this, right? For every music seminar, every submit, every music type of submit, every type of A3C, South by Southwest, anything involving entertainment, you're going to run into entertainment lawyers, because why? They looking for work too. You know what I'm saying? So you can definitely go to an A3C and bump into at least 10 entertainment lawyers who are looking to represent producers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And or go to South by Southwest. They're everywhere. Like everywhere, bro. Like you're not gonna get away from them. You know what I mean? So get as many contact info as you can. Have conversations with every single one of them. Ask for recommendations. Look into the work. Like, really do your study and work, man. Your due diligence, because mind you, this isn't somebody that it's somebody you're trusting with your business.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah,
a whole lot.
It's somebody you're trusting with your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you want to be able to be like, okay, I got so and so retained as a lawyer, and I know when it comes down to this contract that has a lot of legal terms in it, that he's gonna make sure that I'm good.
Yeah.
Or that I'll get the right bag.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? In a situation, or the right advice or recommendation, sitting there saying like, yeah, nah, this isn't good. This isn't a good deal, or this isn't a good situation. I wouldn't sign this. You know what I mean? You want those type of lawyers. You know what I mean? And I'm lucky enough to have a lawyer that's just really upfront with me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't do that
don't
one.
do
They ain't doing that.
Not a good move. You know what I'm saying? So as long as like, for everybody that's looking for your lawyers out there, make sure you do your due diligence and your studies on your entertainment lawyers when you do your networking. And I'm also a big advocate of just people doing their research, bro. Do your research, man. Do your research. Look your artists up. Look up your artists. Look up your producers. Look up your entertainment lawyers. Look up your managers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
y'all got Google now, man. It's Google.
Be a student, bro. Craft, man.
Ain't no reason you can't find something.
And like, because understand, like, yeah, this may have started, at least for most, it may start as a hobby, but at some point in life, you want to make this into a career. And this is a career, but obviously it ain't no career without no profit. You feel me? So why would you sit there and play around with your money like that?
Yeah. So